Kiran Nandi. I am from MIT Academy of Engineering, Computer Branch, and today I would like to share a presentation on file handling in Python. So let's get started. The outline is introduction. So first of all, I will introduce what is file and how to do file handling, and then why Python is used in file handling, why not other, because that way I will explain in this section, and then the few operations on files will be discussed in this, like opening or reading file, writing, creating a file, and deleting a file. So let's get started. So first of all, introduction. So what is a file? File is nothing but a collection of a record. A record is a group of a related data item. This data may contain information related to students, employees, and customers, etc. It may contain any information, and this information is in the form of number, symbol, text, and any stream of characters. So this is nothing but a file, and we all know that what is a file. So why Python? Why Python is used for file handling? Because Python is versatility and flexibility. The Python allows various file operations like reading, writing, appending, and many more very easily. And it supports different file formats like text, binary, CSV files, and etc. And there are different modes also. I will explain this in later. And second, it is user-friendly interface. The Python is concise syntax, simplifies file handling tasks, easy to create, read, and manipulate files. And also Python is a cross-platform compatibility. We can run Python from any operating system, Windows, Mac, Linux, etc. And consideration, the Python, we can handle the error very efficiently, so it can avoid errors, and it also have a very strong security and complexity and performance, and it can perform for large files also very easily. So this is the main reason why Python is used for file handling. Next, so now our first operation on file handling is reading. How to read and open a file in Python. So to open a file use a built-in function. Python gives a built-in function, and this made very easy to open a file than other programming language. We just have to remember this syntax only, this one line few syntax. So the open function is used. The open function returns a file object which has a read method for creating a content of a file. So this is a syntax. Where f is a variable, it variable equal to open function, and it has two parameter. First is the file name, which file you want to open, and the mode of the file, whether you want to open the file in a reading mode or a writing mode. So so then, and if we want to read the file, print f dot read. So this read function will print all the content of the file, a file that you mention here. So these are the different modes that you can open. So here the mode. So here we can use these modes, where R is for opens a file for reading. If we want to open a file for just reading, then we can use R here. Okay. So, and if you want for files for writing, updating, creating a new file, then we can use W. And for A is for append. It just in this W, for writing a file, it will create a new file if the file doesn't exist, and if the file exists, then it will destroy all the contents of the file and rewrite it. But here in append, it opens the already exist file, but it does not destroy all the content. It just add the content that you want to add. And WB is for writing binary data, for binary file, and similar for reading. So these are the different modes to open a file. And these are few examples where f1 and f2 are the variables, Here we open a demo.txt in a reading mode. We can see here in an example. Here I type a open function in a terminal. So here hello.txt is the text file which contains a text, and this giving this output because and this is the object of open. And if we type that print f here, print f dot read, then read it will print all the data of hello.txt into this terminal. So reading only parts of the file. So if you want to read only the part, some few part of the file, then we can use this this syntax. So rest, and if you and here you can see that f is a variable, and in similar way I open a file .txt in a reading mode and then print f dot read file. So this file will print all the first 5 lines of the file .txt, and the rest of all will not be get printed. Only the first 5 lines will be get printed. So for read lines is another method for reading a file. We can use f.readLine. It will just return one line for first line of the file. Here demo.txt is the file. So we return the only one line of the demo.txt. By calling readLine 2 times, you can read 2 first lines. Yeah, it means if we write 2 readline in this way, we can first line will print the line of first line of demo.txt, and the second this print will print the second line of the demo.txt. Close file. So close file we want, but just if we similar way, if when we open a file we write that open function, similar way to close we have a close function, and this is a good practice. It is not necessary, but by writing this it is a good practice. And writing text to a file. So to write an existing file, you must add a parameter to the open function, that is either a for append and for w for write, as we see earlier the modes of writing and updating a file. So here is an example, or here is a file name is demo.txt. Here first we open the demo.txt in append mode, and if we use this command write function, similar as way for read and read line that we see earlier, and for write function inside this text, inside this if we add any text, then it will get append to that file after the content that is already been written in this file, and then f dot close, that will close the file. And for reading, and then if we want to read this file, we can use this command. So here you can see that the already exist text in this file will not get deleted, it just append the new text into this file. But here in this case, if we open the file in writing mode, and if we use the similar function for adding new line, then it will deleted all the content or that already exists in demo.txt and added this only the new line. And if we print this if we print this file after this command, then it will just print this line, not the content that already get exist in this file. So how to create a new file? So creating a new file is very easy method. To create a new file, we can use open method with one of the following modes. Here we can use X mode for create, or if we just use A or W for append or write, and we just like here if the demo.txt is doesn't exist, and if we run this code, then the python will automatically create the demo2.txt in the folder, and it will create a new file. and similar for append and x. So here is the example for creating a new file. Just this is a simple syntax and it will create a new file. For deleting a file, deleting a file is very easy. To delete a file, you must import a OS module and nothing else. And run its os.remove function. We have to just remember that os.remove function, and that's it. Or other is very easy. Just write import.os and os.remove demo file, the file name of to which you want to be deleted. And for check if the file exists, if you want to check if the file exists or not, then we can use this. So to avoid getting an error, you might want to check if the file exists before you try or delete it. So this is the example how to do that. So we first import os, and if os.path exists in this function, we have to use this function so that it will check whether the demo.file.txt whether exists or not, and if exists, then this function will remove that file, and if the function did not exist, then if this is a if statement, if this statement is false, then it will get print the run the else statement, and it will print the file doesn't exist. So in this way we can check the if the file exists or not. So we have seen that how to delete a file, how to create a file. Now Python provides us the facility of deleting a folder also. So to delete an entire folder, we have to just use os.rmdir. So os is a module. It provides this function remove rmdir. This function path exist. So these all functions are included in this os module. So just before using this function, you have to always remember to import the OS module. So if we write this command os.rmdir, the rm means remove and dir means directory. Where directory means nothing but the folder. It will remove the folder, and here is the folder name. And if we run this command, the entire folder get deleted, right, by just running this command. So this is a summary. Summary of what we learned. So first, if you want to read, we can use a read function with a reading mode, write function with a write mode, and append mode. These are the mode of files. Use open function to open a specific file, write function to open writing text and numbers to the file, read lines and read lines to various methods to read the content of the file. os.path handles operation related to files and directories, and os.path.exist that will check whether the file is exist or not, and os.remove and os.remove dir, it will delete file and folder. So thank you very much for listening.